Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this amazing cake with edible pine cones. It is very easy to make, and if you have kids, ask them to help you. First we will start with the dough for the cake. Crack 2 medium eggs into a bowl. After that add 135 grams of sugar. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 120 milliliters of water and 190 grams of flour. Next add 50 grams of butter, 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Mix well till it's smooth consistency. Take a rectangular oven tray and cover it with non-stick baking paper. Slowly pour out the dough mixture and gently spread it evenly around the tray. While preparing the dough, set your oven at 180 degrees Celsius with a fan approximately 356 degrees Fahrenheit. Preheat your oven for at least 10 minutes before you place the tray with the dough in and bake it for approximately 10-12 minutes. While the base cake is baking, we are going to make chocolate fudge. Add 70 milliliters of double cream or extra thick cream into a cooking pot. Add 1.5 tablespoons of cacao and 1 or 2 tablespoons of sugar and mix well. Cook on a low heat and bring to boil. Boil for a few minutes, turn off the cooker and add 30 grams of butter. Mix it well till the butter dissolves and let it cool down. Take the base cake out. You can see it has a beautiful golden color. Let it cool down. While it's cooling down, we are going to make cake caramel cream filling. Place 100 grams of butter, 190 grams of caramel, 165 grams of soft cheese and 3 tablespoons of sugar into a bowl and mix well. Place the base cake on the chopping board and remove the baking paper. It has a beautiful golden color, but it definitely got extra cooking from the hot tray. I forgot to remove the base cake from the tray and my base got a little bit drier. Make sure to remove the cake base from the tray by gently pulling the baking paper and letting it cool down on the appropriate surface. Take a metallic ruler, cut the edges and divide into 4 equal parts. Don't worry if your cake base has gotten a bit dry, it may not shape the same way, but it will imbue the caramel cream and the cake will be very soft. Next we are going to apply chocolate fudge by spreading it with a cooking brush. The other thing where things can get wrong is a chocolate fudge. The one I filmed earlier in this video is the right way to do it and was filmed on another day. The consistency should be smoother than I'm applying it to the cake right now. The original part of cooking, the fudge was cut off, but we still use the original fudge for this cake. The mistake was that we didn't turn off cooker when the butter was added, and it also boiled for a bit. The fat separated from the mixture and it changed its structure. Even though we mixed well, we couldn't get to its original creamy consistency. Next, apply caramel cream to the cake and roll the cake stripes on the serving plate. You should have some cream left for later that we transform into chocolate cream for outer decorative layer to mimic the tree bark. One of my cake stripes is a bit shorter than it should be and a little bit dry as well. Because of that, we may have to change how we are going to decorate the cake. The plan was that we were not going to cover the top of the cake with a caramel and chocolate cream and leave it open to mimic the tree ring in the stump. Chocolate cream is more for outer edges to mimic the tree bark. Sometimes things are not going as we plan and we may have to adjust on the go. To mimic the tree bark, take the rest of the caramel cream and add 3 to 5 tablespoons of cacao. Mix well and apply around the cake side. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to apply all over it, and to achieve an even structure, we are going to use a fork. The next step, we are going to create the pine cones. In this video we make them from Oreo biscuits, but you can also use chocolate biscuits or milk biscuits and add a few spoons of cacao to make them brown. First, place 2 packs of Oreo into blender. Each pack weighs 154 grams. You can blend biscuits from medium to fine consistency. It will be up to you if you prefer to have some small bits in it or not. Now we have to mix 50 grams of butter, 110 grams of soft cheese and crushed Oreo together. If your butter is too hard, add it to a small blender to soften it or take it from the fridge in advance to keep it at room temperature for a bit. Mix all together well. Ideally put the Oreo mix into freezer for 45 minutes or in the fridge for a few hours before forming the pine cones. You can also make them without cooling down, but it may be a little bit on the soft side and it will not hold the shape the same way when the Oreo mix is cold. I find it easier to make pine cones when the mixture gets harder after the fridge or freezer. To make pine cone scales, you can use either Nesquik Chocowaves or Kellogg's Chocks to create a scale structure. My preference is Nesquik as it has a better shape structure. Shape the Oreo mix into a shape and decorate it with cereal by overlapping over the cone from top down. After completing the pine cones, decorate the cake and add the rosemary branches. When the cake is finished, I will wash and keep the rosemary for cooking. To mimic the snow effect, use icing sugar. Place the cake into a fridge for at least 5 hours. Ideally, it stays overnight. Our cake has been in the fridge for 2 hours. My kids are very impatient and want the cake. Now we're going to cut the cake. Thank you for watching. I hope you've had great experience. Please subscribe to be notified when I add a new video. Have a lovely day or evening and I will see you soon.